The biggest loss of your life? When I divorced Michael's mother, I thought it was my second chance. I met Jessica. She was my youth all over again, an escape from my past. I wanted to build something new, and my son, Michael, was a living reminder of what had failed. I convinced myself that he was almost an adult, that he had his own life, his own friends, his own things going on, that he didn't need me. Every attempt he made to connect, every text message felt like a burden, like a stone pulling me back to the old life I so desperately wanted to escape. I remember him texting to ask if we could meet up on the weekend. I was sitting on the patio with Jessica. It was so peaceful. I didn't want to ruin it. I replied that we needed a break. What a lie. I was the one who was tired of being a father. I remember him texting me, hurt that I hadn't been to any of his 4 soccer games that month, and a week earlier, I'd gone to a friend's son's game, because it was easier. Because there, I was just a guest, not the father who had been failing for years. Every meeting with Michael ended with the same look in his eyes, a look that quietly asked, "Dad, why?" And I never had an answer. The last conversation, the last text exchange, that was 2 months ago. Jessica and I were on vacation in Mexico. I was lying on a beach. It was perfect. And then my phone vibrated. A message from Michael. He wrote that I hadn't been in touch for 2 months, that he wasn't feeling well, that he was going to the doctor with his mom, and that he was really scared. I was angry, annoyed. How dare he ruin my vacation? How dare he disrupt my peace with his problems? In my head, it was just typical teenage drama, an attempt to get attention. I texted him back without a second thought. "Michael, I can't talk. I'm on vacation with Jessica. Stop being dramatic and go to school." A moment later, his final message came through. "I miss you, Dad." I didn't reply. I turned off my phone and went for a swim. 2 days later, my ex-wife called. She was screaming so hard I could barely understand her. She was saying something about acute, aggressive leukemia, about how his not feeling well wasn't him being dramatic, that they had fought for him in the ICU, and that they had lost. I came back from vacation and went straight to a funeral. Jessica left a month later. She couldn't stand my silence. Now I sit alone in this empty apartment, and all I do is stare at my phone. At our last conversation, I read his terrified cry for help, my cruel, indifferent response, and his last quiet confession. "I miss you, Dad." He missed me, and I was on vacation. Now I miss him, and he's on a vacation he'll never return from. I'd like to text him back, to write, "I'm sorry," to write, "I miss you too, son," but I can't anymore. The only thing I have left of him is this chat log, the proof of what a monster I was, and the life sentence I'll serve until the end of my days.